prank shows were all the rage. Originating on the Sci-Fi Network in 2003, Scare Tactics was a hidden camera show a la Punk'd, but this time with regular everyday people and horror movie-esque pranks. Since I can't find more than just clips on YouTube, I'm gonna watch a few of these and stitch them together here so we can all just pretend they were from one big episode, okay? Sounds good. Oh, and thank you to my friends Prizzy Honey and Nerdy Glory in the comments for suggesting I cover this. This experience has brought back a lot of really happy memories from watching this with my family when I was a kid, and I mean, what more do you need, right? For those who don't know, the way these pranks work is that an accomplice reaches out to the show to prank someone. If I remember correctly, it seems like the victim is usually hired for an odd job to get them into the pranking situation. Then shit starts going down and hilarity ensues. Horror-larity, if you will. But you know what's scarier than anything this show could put me through? You guys not liking this video and subscribing to my channel. I highly doubt this video is the first one you've ever seen on YouTube, so you all know the drill. And while you're doing that, let me know your favorite Scare Tactics bit in the comments below. Honestly, one of my favorite things about this show is seeing one of the actors in another show that came much later, be it just like in a bit character role or like in our first clip, Tracy Tour Guide, we have Lauren Ash, or as I'm gonna call her for the rest of the video, Dina from Superstore.
My video focuses on workplace efficiency, so get your blinks out of the way now. I need your full attention.
As per usual with Scare Tactics, the clips are introduced by the host at this period of time, Tracy Morgan.
Ah, snap! Here's another episode of the world's favorite show, Scare Tactics.
And his performance really leaves me wondering just how much or how little acting he had to do while playing Tracy Jordan in 30 Rock.
So for me to be there at the birth of my daughter, I have to answer trivial questions despite having gone to middle school in the Exxon station?
Yeah. You ready to play?
Bring it.
P.S. Watch my cash cab video if you haven't already. Our first accomplice is a man named Pedro who wants to set up his friend Helder. Since Helder is something of a prankmeister himself, Pedro has reached out to Scare Tactics to give him a taste of his own medicine. Dina from Superstore has hired Helder to help out with the new interactive exhibit at her museum.
How long are you guys gonna be?
Probably about a half an hour or so.
Quicker the better.
Okay, we'll get out of your hair as soon as we can.
Thank you.
For some reason, she starts telling Helder that she only got the job under strange circumstances, and Helder could not look less interested.
Yeah, it was kind of weird how I ended up with this job, actually.
How did you get it?
The last woman disappeared. Like, she just stopped coming in, and they tried to get a hold of her, couldn't get a hold of her.
Still, she carries on because she's gotta set him up for the prank.
There's kind of rumor that there's like a curse on stuff, but I mean, I don't really personally buy into it.
I mean, Helder just does not give a shit. Like, this guy is here to earn some easy money and dip. Dina then has Helder try out one of their new interactive exhibits where he stands in front of this, like, cabinet thing, and then a video of Tracy Morgan shows up. I almost called him Tracy Jordan.
Welcome. I'm Tracy Morgan.
Tracy Morgan.
You're about to enter the exhibit featuring the Egyptian pharaoh Catalan.
Tracy says,
So why am I here?
to earn your paycheck, Tracy, obviously. Tracy claims to be a distant relative of the pharaoh in this exhibit and gives Helder a bit of a history lesson on him.
Catalan had a nickname called the Blood King because of his passion for war and revenge.
Dina then asks Helder to rate Tracy's performance out of 5, and Helder gives him a very generous 4.5. Dina then shows Helder some of the ancient artifacts in the room, and this is when the scare tactics start scare tacticking.
Oh, do you know what that is?
Oh, solar system.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, it is actually.
Oh.
There are some ominous whispering sounds that I would stake my life on being added in post to just, put a little extra oomph into this setup. Then an artifact falls onto the floor by itself, and this is when Helder starts to get a little scared. Dina then decides to heed the security guy's warning, and she quickly shepherds Helder over to the second interactive exhibit. Tracy shows up again to tell Helder that this exhibit will feature Catalan's remains.
Inside, you will find the Blood King's remains, preserved for all times by the ancient mummifying process known as
mummification? The video shorts out and all hell starts breaking loose. The mummy's crate begins to creak again and the lights are flickering, and then the mummy just Troy Bolton's his way out of there.
We're breaking free!
Okay, I know it's supposed to be scary, and if I were in Helder's shoes, I would probably just lose it. But I could not stop giggling when I was watching this. Like, it's just so silly. Hearing their screams, the security guy from the front comes in and just gets chokeslammed immediately. Then Tracy pops up in one of the videos again, citing the show's classic catchphrase.
Hey, are you scared?
Yes.
You shouldn't be, because you're on scare tactics.
If I'm being honest, Helder seems more flummoxed than scared, but that's just me. Helder learns that Pedro set him up and vows revenge on Tracy.
I will get you back, Tracy. Mark my words.
Okay, that one, even I will admit, it was pretty underwhelming. I think I just picked it because Gardner and I binged Superstore this summer, and I was excited to see Lauren Ash in the thumbnail. But, also that was just a little taste of what Scare Tactics is cooking. And I promise it will only go up from here, at least in this video. The next clip I watched was one of my favorites from when I was a kid, called Channeling the Dead, which is very clever, and you'll soon see why. This one features our friendly babysitter and Scare Tactics superfan Gary, who has been set up by his friend Todd.
Gary is really good with children, but let's see how he does with scary dead ghost children.
Gary sits with the mother who hired him, and she just, right out of the gate, tells him, "Oh yeah, our daughter Gretchen died."
My daughter Gretchen passed away because she was electrocuted, and it was awful.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
She shows Gary a picture of her two daughters and asks Gary to be there for Alyssa if she wants to talk about the death. And as heavy as that is, our sweet cinnamon roll Gary is on it. The mother calls Alyssa into the living room before leaving Gary with her cell phone number.
Do you think you can talk to people when they're in heaven?
Of course you can.
When I talk to Gretchen, my mom says that I don't talk to her.
What do you
But
mean?
I really do.
Yeah, you just have to talk, and I'm sure they hear you.
Gary is just so freaking sweet to her. It makes adult Emily just feel really bad for what's about to happen to him.
That's Gretchen.
That's Gretchen?
And then a voice that does not for a second sound like it's coming from a 12-year-old starts speaking out through the TV.
Alyssa, I want you to play with me. No, Gretchen, I don't want to go play.
Dude, who are you talking to? Are we gonna play or what?
And then Gretchen turns on Gary.
Who are you?
I'm Gary.
What are you doing with my sister?
We're just playing.
Gary calls the mom in a panic, and Alyssa just unplugs the TV. The mother is the opposite of helpful.
The TV turned on, and there was like somebody talking through the speakers.
Well, maybe you have it set on the DVD if you're watching it.
No, I had a conversation. Oh my god, please come home.
What
Please come home. Please, I'm not joking.
What kind of nuts do you think those are, by the way? Cashews? Almonds? D's?
Cashews aren't nuts, they're legumes.
Shut up. And if the nuts weren't enough, a bunch of markers on the table start moving around too. Gary lets out the best scream I think I've ever heard in my entire life. Ever the hero, Gary tries to usher Alyssa outside, but she says no, because they have to keep him in there. It would ruin the bit, but whatever. The TV turns back on despite not being plugged in, and Gretchen asks Alyssa to come play with her again. Gary is so scared that he kicks the table away. And then outside of the sliding glass doors, Gretchen's ghostly figure appears and beckons Alyssa to come and play with her. Gary lets out a scream that I can only compare to Cam from Modern Family. And the poor little actress playing Alyssa is just fighting for her life not to laugh at this guy. As Gary continues to scream, Alyssa hits him with the line.
Are you scared?
Yes!
You shouldn't be.
Why?
Because you're on scare tactics.
Shut up! What?
Todd is then revealed to have set him up on his favorite show, and Gary just has the best reaction.
She's like, are you scared? And I'm just like, aren't you?
Oh, poor Gary. I want to give this guy the biggest hug in the world. And now we come to our third and final scare tactics clip. The one, the only, the rat monster. This time our victim is a man named Bryant, set up by his friend Eric, who I'm pretty sure is every member of All Time Low fused together. Bryant has been hired to take inventory at a biological research facility where he learns that scientists are mixing human and animal DNA.
Sick stuff, man.
There's such bad energy in here.
I know. Are you sympathetic towards animals?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm about ready to bust into tears, actually.
As he and this other guy work around the room, Bryant starts discovering all these weird things like a loose bird and a fetus in a jar. And then Bryant opens up the bottom cabinet door to find... Yeah, that actually made me jump when I watched it just now. And I knew it was coming. I think this is one of the more, like, iconic moments from the show.
There's like a little monster man running around in here. It was like, I don't know, like a demon man. Dude, just get out of here. Let's get out of here. You can come back with like some guns.
Bryant the animal lover, right? The rat monster starts moving around, and Brian does one of those screams where just no sound comes out of your mouth. It's basically me every time I get forced onto the Tower of Terror ride at Disney World. Bryant tries so hard to make a grand escape again, but some very smart producers have locked the lab door from the other side. And then say it with me, everyone. Are you scared?
Scared? Are you scared? Are you scared? You shouldn't be manual scare tactics.
Luckily, Bryant has a really good sense of humor about all of this, and all is well.
You still scare me, man.
So anyway, that was a few select scenes from Scare Tactics. I hope you liked this video. It was really fun to make. Well, that's what I wrote in the script, and then if you ask my boyfriend, setting this up was just a nightmare, so please watch this video. Don't forget to do all of the YouTube things. They help me out immensely. And don't forget to let me know your favorite Scare Tactics bit in the comments, whether it was from the ones I talked about in this video or just from the show. And also, why not? Tell me what your worst fear is. Mine is getting buried alive. Have yourself a happy Halloween, and be sure to tune in next time when I watch something else.